Hi, Charlene back from Radical Feng Shui with Charlene, and today I'm going to be talking about an extension of the last video, which was the 5, and this is more about the yin and yang, and specifically in this location, which I really love it here. It's a park in Nelson, British Columbia, where I come frequently. I've always lived close to this park, and at one point in time I was with a group of students many years ago, and we went to the other side of this lake and we discovered what the dragon head was. And so this park is the head of the dragon. So I'm going to talk a bit about building on top of a mountain or deep in a gully in terms of opposites. Yang being high and bright and masculine, and yin being deep and dark and feminine. So these things are super important. And why you don't want to build in a gully is because it's yin energy that's very cold and damp. So if you build in the depths of a gully, you're always going to feel enclosed in the lower vibration. So it has not only the symbology of the earth energy coming up and being damper and colder, it has the symbology of a lower frequency. Now the opposite of that is building on top of a mountain, which is great, except one of the things in Feng Shui symbolically is never to build on the head of the dragon, unless you make friends with the dragon, meaning you kind of have to know a little bit more about symbology and about what the dragon energy is about in terms of dragon, tiger, and all the elements that have an animal that match with them. So the dragon energy is often the east, it's the sunrise, it's very yang energy, and it's also, if you're on the top of a mountain, as you can imagine, you can get a lot of wind going through there. So if you have trees around you, you're protected, but also those trees can come down on your home. So that's another aspect of being on top of a mountain, is that you're fighting the elements when really you want to be protected. So right behind me, there's kind of an illusion of a mountain behind me, even though I'm right by a path. And it's really good to be snuggled up against a mountain, not too close. We don't want too much EMF radiation coming through into the home. We want to be a good distance away. So it's better to be snuggled into a mountain in terms of building and have a great view or ming-tang rather than build on top. We want it to be so that we're protected, which is what Landscape Feng Shui is about. And I'll put a link to that on the bottom because I've talked a lot about Landscape Feng Shui and about the animals, tiger, dragon, and this is all about not building at the top of the mountain and not building in the depths of a gully because of the energies that you will find there, because all the lower frequencies gather there, cold, dampness, you don't get enough sun, all of those things. Don't be on the top of the hill and don't be at the bottom, because that too can be really disruptive. Thanks for joining me. Please subscribe and have a great day. Ciao.